said good day, sir!
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Defense Season 4, the most serious Dota around. We are here for game number 4 of our grand final. I am your host, Obi-Wan, that's been with you through the entire season of the Defense. And, well, I am joined by a man who, it's almost tradition, man. It's tradition to have you here. It was actually really just good timing that you're boot camping here in our office for TI3. So, thank God for timing.
Good timing.
Yeah. So we're here for our grand final matchup nonetheless. For the guys who want to follow all the details of the previous tournament, either you can do so by just going to the-defense.com and looking at all the good stuff over there. And of course, make sure you click on that ISO link too and get yourself signed up for the ISO Cup this weekend, as well as in the running for the raffle for one of those cool monitors which we keep on displaying here on the live stream. As well as settled in nicely, you could be watching from inside of Dota TV. So if you are watching from inside of Dota TV and you like our chameleon courier, definitely big shout out to you guys. Thanks for buying a Dota TV ticket and supporting everything we do here at Join Dota. So next time we can make it big and better and maybe even land finals.
Ooh! That wasn't even planned. That was just really good time.
Yeah. Okay, into the game, man. Now we got Na'Vi. They'll be over on the Dire side, going with a sensible lifestealer pickup, going up against Kaipi on the Radiant side, who are staring down the barrel of a cancer.
Yeah, we could be. Nothing surprising in the bans. KP finally banning out the Alchemist. They've had enough.
No, Razzie!
But I don't think they imagined they would lose twice to a support Alchemist.
No.
And now Na'Vi is going to get the trade-off Keeper of the Light for Lifesteal and Nature's Prophet. I think they're going to be perfectly fine with that. And it seems like more of a standard approach to the game now by Na'Vi in Game 4.
This is more of a solo kind of pickup. I know we are talking about it as well, saying that coming in now into game number 4, like Na'Vi are 1 game up here in the best of 5 series. They probably don't want to go to a 5th game because then they run the risk of, like, it could be US East again, it could be EU. Just round it up now and then just go drink some vodka could be the plan. But at the same time, like, they want to keep it dynamic, they want to keep it open because they know a team like Kaipi will be looking to destroy them at any turn. And they go with the Templar Assassin. She got banned out. I think every single game tonight she got banned. It was at least in 2 of the games she got banned. And now picked up here, so they get their TA in the middle lane, and that's going to make Denny's life a lot harder. We were actually wondering if the Pudge pick was going to be coming up. Up against the TA, I'm really not so sure anymore with a physical DPS, but I would instantly start looking down the lines of an OD who hasn't been banned out just yet. He got banned out, I think, actually all our games tonight in the 2nd set. But they take out the Rubik to start with.
You told me before this game started that Na'Vi's going to pick Pudge.
Yep.
And I actually think they could.
Even still up against TA?
Yeah. It's a really hard lane, but if the supports help out. The thing is, Rot just destroys Refraction.
Oh, that's true.
So they have... It's kind of a double-edged lane in a way, because TA will out-farm Pudge really hard early on if he doesn't get help, I think. But then again, he can also just pressure her really hard with the Rod. If any sort of support is there, they even have a Nature's Prophet right now.
It means they have to pull Dendy a lot more consumables to deal with that TA.
He loves playing mid. I think back in the days when he was buying for himself in mid, only himself, he would buy a branch, 2 salves, and a pack of tangos.
Yes. It's exactly what he did in the Winners Bracket final when he got to play Pudge as well.
And he might be doing that again, because if he faces that TA matchup, he knows he can burn through the Refraction, and then he'll just trade hit points. And if he has more regen than her, he wins. And he would just go on her with Rot. Level 1, just go on her and start hitting. And that's a way of dealing with that lane, and I could totally see that being a pick now.
All they need is like 1 supporter, and Funny could TP himself in from that long lane with a Prophet. And of course, we could also go Classic. We could see Puppy. Like, it's been a while since he actually played Nature's Prophet, I think. But it's one of those heroes where if you got him in the jungle, he'll come out at a moment's notice and just start beating down that mid. And TA's got no way to get out of that. She doesn't have a blink away. If that Sprout hits on the Templar Assassin, she has to stand her ground. And if it's a rotted Pudge in the middle of that Sprout as well, even if it's not, it's a perfect lock-in to get a hook. And of course, we know Denny loves throwing those little suckers out, even to farm. I'm really surprised who Quap is the ban out here, because Quap versus TA, obviously, like, you get yourself a Sentry Ward, and you can bring down the TA's Refraction charges very, very easily with a Shadow Strike. But at the same time, it's a very risky thing to do when you want to jump in and throw your double nukes out, because if Refraction comes up, you can waste so much mana and so much time, but I don't know if they really want to go down that kind of path
There's multiple reasons why I think Quap would be a good pickup. One is that she's good against the Templar in the lane. Like you said, if you have a Sentry Ward, you can harass pretty hard and even win the lane. Then you also have a carry of a Lifestealer Infest Bomb. If you have Queen of Pain, then you have both Queen and Prophet. Queen, the more obvious choice when you just jump into the fight and then you infest out.
Yep.
And third of all, because it's one of Dendi's best heroes. So it's a really good ban when you have 3 reasons to ban it, I think. So I can't really argue with it. Clockwork's going to be the pickup for KP, and I'm just waiting for this Pudge right now. I really
you want
think... First of all, I want it, and secondly, I think it's actually not too bad here. I could totally see it happening. Even against Clockwork, again, another one of these double-edged matchups. Clock hooks in, can really lock down Pudge with the cogs and with the battery assault. But if he catches someone else, you could just hook the target out.
Yep.
So you have a lifesaver in that regard, and they picked up the Bane. Could also be that Navi's like, okay, fun time is over. We pick a 100% really solid lineup. Not saying they're not solid with Pudge, but judging from how rarely they pick it, they don't value it that highly.
It's like
we could just see regular things.
It's like picking up the OD. It's a circumstantial kind of hero, and they get this I like it a lot more. We get the roaming combination, the Bane and the Lina together. It's a favorite combination of the European scene. I'm actually not quite sure if the Southeast Asian scene really enjoy it too. Either way, you get that Fiend Script, Laguna Blade, no matter who it is, you will shut them down.
Yeah.
And Gyro, still a little bit surprised they want to get him, even with the Bane and Feeble on the line. But I'd almost like to see this switch around now, and just see a Doom in the solo mid. I know I was calling out for him before, but I'm one of those big believers that Gyro is completely useless during a team fight if he gets silenced. Especially that Doom to stop the flat cannon in the middle of the fight. Because I know there was originally the bug too where the flat cannon wouldn't work. Will continue to work if it was triggered initially. But when the Doom is cast now, it instantly shuts it off. And Envy still thinks it's going to be the OD in the middle lane up against the TA. And I don't doubt. I'm not going to stop him. I'm not going to say that's a really bad choice, because really for me, OD would just be as good as any other hero they could put in that middle lane.
Yeah. It seems to me though that Navi's plan in this game, it seems like they have a theme in this game, which is let's get a lot of heroes that can just kill stuff, because that worked in the game.
Huge. Thank you.
We called it.
Thank you.
Called it.
Hero week. Try the veal. Actually, I'm not here. I'm not here all week. I'm having 2 days off after this.
But it's really this is a classic. Old school, not complete. It's like a mix of the old and the new Navi. It's the good old, we really want to kill stuff, but at the same time, solid lanes and good late game, in a way, as well. They have Dive Stealer, they have the Nature's Prophet, and the goal here is just to hunt kills all over, because why not? They saw in Game 3, they could pick, just kill horny heroes and just go, you know? So they're going to do it again. These heroes are just as kill horny as the ones in the last game, but this time it makes a little bit more sense to me as a lineup with how they're going to put their lanes and everything. So I could... Naga Siren last pick for KP. So they have a very solid lineup as well. My fear is that KP's kind of broken after the last game. But... And Navi's just rolling. So they feel like they're snowballing so hard in terms of the games that they can just pick super hard killers and just hunt KP around the map.
This lineup by Kaipi is just so comfortable for them. And by the way, phrasing, boom.
What?
Well, I'm hoping you realize what you were saying before.
That's the thing.
But with the... it could be a thing. But yeah, the Kaipi's lineup, it's their comfort zone through and through. Envy on the Gyro, Bone 7's Clockwork, Arteezy's Templar Assassin, Sing Sing's Naga, Pilot Eye's Cuddle. Every single hero is a signature hero. Denny's got his signature hero, Puppy's got his. Havorst, well, anything that farms is technically a signature hero for him.
Lifesteal is his number one.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, but and then you got Puppy. Like Puppy, any kind of supporter, you'd never be fussy about what he plays. And then Kuroashi had a lot of experience with Lina. If I remember correctly, back when he was playing for Mouse Sports, he he played. That's easy. Starting off, manners, man, manners. Really? The Electric Bear. Is that meant to be like a player for the chair? I don't.
Electric chair, I guess. You're right.
Does it mean like Zeus?
I would never thought of that.
Zeus and Ursus
Zeus
together.
Bear, yeah.
Yeah. We just take like Bruno's stats
Okay,
to the next level. Yeah, whatever Bruno. It just doesn't seem like a Bruno stat without the chest hair being visible at the same time.
KP gonna make Dendi mad.
What are they doing?
They're pulling mid, quelling blade coddle.
30 seconds to battle.
They better hope they get some good creeps on this. It's not going to be an easy task.
It's not that difficult to pull this one actually. When you cut the right path, you can always just pull it to the lane. The only way it fails is if you have no range creep in the camp. But if you don't get a range creep in the camp, you just stack it and then you try again.
What's this line from Na'Vi?
And if he's really unlucky, he can farm it with Illuminate and get good levels. So makes good sense for me.
Are Na'Vi serious about this line? They drew a line to come in behind the tier 1 tower in the top lane. And
oh wow, really?
they're going to smoke and see if they can kill off Bone 7. They're going to see if they can get the lock in.
When he's going to cog his creeps.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the chance to do it. And with this smoke, though, Havors, and if he hides, yeah, he is. He's in that little corner of the tree line. So as Bone 7 comes up here, he doesn't see around the corner, so it could be a nightmare. And I mean, Havors can get in close. Korra's going to fight with a Light Strike Array, and then he goes straight into the open wounds. It won't matter about the cogs because Puppy and Havors, their body actually blocks the cog that was destroyed, and they get first blood up on that top lane. Wonderful proactive movement, and Bone 7 respawns instantly and says, round 2, fight! The cogs will push Puppy back. They don't have mana to do that again. But this dire creep wave's now come in range of the tower, and Bone 7, there was no way he was going to pass up that experience. He gets level 2 because he got back so quickly as well.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, you're first!
Woo, only 62. It's a really cool kill for Na'Vi, but in all honesty, is it really worth it? Expending a smoke on getting a first blood when Clock gets a free level 2 and perhaps a good position on the lane and they missed poles. It's cool, but not sure it was really worth it. I guess it still was. It's a first blood after all.
It's first blood. It's meant to be domination over the top lane, so Phonic can feel a lot more safer inside of his jungle and say, you know what, we're still getting the better trades. Suppose we should also keep our eyes very much closely on this middle lane.
Yeah,
that's a level 3 Dendi and very close. No refraction now. It just rods off instantly. And this is what we're talking about. Arteezy, though, pops to south. He's got a bolt charge up his sleeve. And Phonic going to TP himself in here.
Oh, what a play.
TA just tried to turn around and stop it. what a kill secure.
Yeah. Seems to be Phonic's role.
That's actually a really bad thing to do up against a Pudge. I'm just saying right now, like if Phonic's searching for the extra gold so he can get the Tandemias up, that's probably the only great thing about it. But we've still got to remember Flesh Heap on Pudge. It was buffed up.
He still gets it. It's only AoE based.
Oh, it's because he gets... okay, yeah.
He needs to be in the AoE, but he delayed his bottle because of that. So that's kind of a big deal. If Dendi got that kill, he would have bottle right now and probably a stick if he wanted or close to his boots. By the way, this hair on Pudge is so hideous. Seriously.
Wait, he's got hair? It almost looks like he's got like the rotten stash.
Seriously.
What the hell is that? Like, it doesn't even look right. What is your opinion on Windrunner? Why is she primarily played as a support instead of a semi-carry, position 3 or so? I'd actually put it out there that Windrunner's not played anymore.
She is. She's played as a support. Sometimes she's also played off lane on position 3, so that's not... It's not really true that she doesn't get picked for it, and sometimes even solo mid. I don't know, it's trends.
It's just can very still rare. Like the last 2 weeks, I've seen very few Windrunners.
The problem with Windrunner offlane now is that she has a very hard time getting the levels. But if you do it Navi's way, where you just farm the Ancients, then it's actually pretty viable. And in mid, she's still very strong. It's about trends, and it's about how much of an impact you feel like it can have.
Dendy's going again. He's going again here on Arteezy, but Arteezy does a lot of damage, even though he doesn't have this meld. Also, he didn't level up meld at all. He went the 2 points up in refraction, even though it gets burned out so quickly.
I don't agree with that skill build, to be honest. I think he shouldn't... I understand his skill Psyblades, but I think the meld point, like you say, would have probably been worth more right now. Oh, Dendy's got a haste.
This is Danger Zone.
I'm sorry, but if I can't say kill horny to this, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Look at this.
Well, he's definitely an eager beaver. He's going to run in behind. And Bone 7 pops the cogs, instantly hooked back out again, and... Rock kill. He's got 3 bottle charges. He bumps into the rear of Koro. And then we'll head back in towards the middle lane.
That's a bit of all right.
And Dendi, he just got pulled a salve from Havost now. He uses his bottle. He's got his boots on the way and he's going to head back to mid. Level 5. This is going to be very hard for TA. She's actually a full level behind almost. And that level 3 hook, it's 270 pure damage. Look at TA's health. It's almost half her health.
Yeah.
Gone when he hooks. So he just needs to remove refraction with Rot. Now I think when Dendi's level 5, he can take the fist fight no
Bone
matter
7's
what.
in a lot of trouble, man.
I just TP'd up there again.
The Cog's going to push out Kuro and Puppy, so they're low on mana, but Funnick, he basically is that rock that holds the path out, and all Bone 7 could do is just sit there and drop. This is a real shame as well for Bone 7. His Clockwork, if he has farm, he's an amazing Clockwork.
Yeah.
And like he's been voted as like man of the match in multiple games for the winners bracket and now here in the grand final and the lower bracket final too. He's played amazing games, and I almost want to say he doesn't deserve what he's getting on this top lane from Na'Vi. But at the same time, it's for a trade-off. Eternal Envy is going rushed Hand of Midas on this Gyro on this bottom lane, and no one's stopping him. Havorsa, however, he's also still getting the farm, but he went phase boost to start with. I'm still seeing this Gyro being a very big problem later on. And you still also got Arteezy. Like, he's keeping up with levels with Dendi. Like, Dendi's rotating around, he's managed to find 1 kill on the top lane, he's got 1 assist up his sleeve as well, which is when Arteezy went down the middle lane. Arteezy doesn't have bottle, that's not great, but we also know the power of a Templar Assassin. You get those higher points up in Meld, you have the points up in Refraction, you don't even need a damage-dealing item. You can go straight BKB and still do as much damage as any other mid-solo out there. All you need to do is just go Meld, Refraction hit, and just destroy whoever you find.
Yeah, the problem Arteezy has now, if you didn't notice, Dendi made a really smart rotation here with the creeps in the middle, so he gets the high ground. He moved so that the waves would clash on top of his stairs, and Arteezy can't go to the lane. He's gonna die. So Dendi is basically fully dominating mid. He even has double damage rune to boot if they get into a fight. There's no way he's ever gonna lose that. And now, if he does it right, yep, the waves are gonna clash at the stairs again. Perfect positional play by Dendi here. Creep equilibrium perfect in mid, and Arteezy standing at his tower. He can't come forward, and he also needs to be scared because the supports are missing. So Dendi's just, he's going to keep denying and holding this lane. He's effectively, this is what we generally see easy lanes do to offlaners, he's doing it in the mid. He's just holding the lane. And Arteezy, he can't do anything.
No. And he also doesn't know about vision here in the middle lane too. Like normally when you have a pudge, especially a Dendi pudge, you're going to have warding. And this could be an observer ward on one side, it could be on the other side. And there's no way you can put down enough sentry wards, especially with the limited range of the sentry wards. And they've got, well, that's a ward for the Radiant side, watching Dendi move in with the DD rune. And blocks it so the pull won't happen. But they don't know where Dendi has vision, which means he cannot walk anywhere near this area or this area. Because Dendi will basically just hook straight up the middle.
Yep. It's incredibly hard playing TA right now, and they've successfully completely locked her down now, which is very impressive because TA usually has a wonderful time in mid. So the reason you pick this hero has just been nullified right now. It's her laning presence and her mid-game dominance, and she's gonna get neither this way.
I still don't want to take my eyes off MV on the bottom lane. He is getting a lot of CS down here. He's not getting many denies because he's trying to push the creep wave deeper into the tier 1 tower and has it down to half of its life. And Kuro's going to rotate down here, but a level 4 Lina is not enough. That's a level 4 flat cannon up on the gyro. If Lina comes in close, just the flat cannon damage is enough to kill him off. There's a couple of hits, and Kuro will be gone on that bottom lane.
And he even has cooldown with it as well.
Yeah. So no one can defend this. Prophet wants to come down, the trees will basically evaporate. You can have an entire, like a double army of trees from Funnick, and it still won't stop it. Try and pull the aggro, the flat cannon will kill it off fast enough before the pull can actually happen.
And notice what Kaipi's doing now. They're sending Bone 7 mid because they don't want Arteezy there anymore. He's jungling with TA.
It's not a bad thing if Coddle's doing a stack for him, but Coddle's being a little bit greedy with his own farm too. He's almost level 6 on... He's got a lot of levels up on that Coddle.
They're getting good levels on the Radiant side. The problem is the gold is going to keep going so much in Navi's favor. Even though they have a Midas on the gyro, the mid lane is a wash.
He got it.
Oh, he got it.
Picked up Bone 7. Just as about to see the difference in gold. That's going to spike down a little bit further. Just over 2,000 in favor of Na'Vi. That's 2,000 advantage. 746 in, and they've got 5 kills as the advantage. Oi, fantasy points, not the point I wanted. But they've only got 1,000 experience advantage. For 5 kills, it's a 1k experience advantage because this Bane and Lina has spent most of their time walking. They've been going around while Coddle has been stacking and farming. Sing Sing has been pulling. He's going to hit level 6 with the Centaur now. They have a level 6 Naga Siren on the field too. They won't be able to kill off this Jar on the bottom lane, who's also getting very close to that level 9. Oh, and now they've got Kuro. Cooldown's going to be there, Riptide as well, and then Flat Cannon might be on cooldown, but the Rocket Barrage is more than enough. Nightmare, Dendi, going to hook him back in, but Naga, wonderful ultimate. Envy's got the space. The Prophet only bounced through them all, and that's why Envy is just so weak. TP out, Puppy, he doesn't have mana for anything. Denny doesn't have mana for a hook either, and that's a rotation from Denny, which doesn't result in the kill.
I actually think Envy would have died there if Dendy had the time to trigger Rot. I think Envy would have died.
He wouldn't have run away fast enough?
No, I think it would have done enough. It's a level... it was level 2 at that point. I'm not sure, but that's still a really good snipe off for KP, and they need it desperately. They had to use the song, though, so that's a 3-minute cooldown. But I want to point out, with this song now, the team fight potential KP has is really, really good.
Yep.
They get a good sleep off, nice combo with Call Down, Illuminate, and Rocket, even from Clock. Okay, it's level 1. Insignificant. But...
yeah.
He's going to reach level 6 as well and have that hook shot. And you can set up so many fights by forcing the fight with the hook shot.
That's just like, where the hell are you TPing to? Havos infest to jump on directly on the tower. And Funnick, where's the TP? Where's the Clockwork Rocket? It's not going to be enough. It's level 1. Havos will take the aggro of the tower and leave the army of trees behind to help him push out the tower.
Yeah, that's an important kill because this probably gives them the tier 1. With Keeper of the Light dying there. Vost has 1.5 wave as well as Treants.
And there's no fortification either.
And they're not. Doesn't look like they're going to back it up. There's a pause from puppy pause.
Blue screen.
Look! I wonder what color his screen is.
It's the Na'Vi computers, so you can't blue screen. You got a yellow screen. It's just what's going to
Yellow screen.
Yeah.
I bet they have this new Windows 8 blue screen with like a sad smiley. And then Navi screen is like Dendy face.
Seriously, who uses a Windows 8?
It's on the new laptops we have.
Yeah, I know.
I'm learning it, but it's I'm not a fan yet.
I saw Fader search for 2 minutes 2 nights ago, looking for a search function to find paint.
He
couldn't find paint in the menu.
4 days ago, I googled how to shut down the computer in Windows 8 because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't find it. I swear. To anyone out there who hasn't tried Windows 8 and knows nothing about it,
don't do it.
Try it and see if you can find out how to shut down your computer.
Install it on the computer you don't care about.
I learned. Now I know that this. You don't just click the start button and click shut down. You open a menu and then you go to settings, and then in settings there's a power function which you can switch off. Design.
I have a button on my laptop I press once.
Oh yeah, of course you could do that. You could click the power button.
Fantastic button, that button.
But so far, I'm not impressed with anything in it. Actually, there's nothing where I'm like, yes, this is really good. Windows 7 doesn't have this.
Hey, as long as it's attached to an ISO monitor, there's no problem whatsoever. Ooh. And there goes the possibility of Windows ever sponsoring the defense.
Were you expecting that?
Microsoft now coming in. Hey, we had MasterCard doing the Alienware Cup. Anything is possible, man. So if you're a prospective sponsor out there, maybe the defense is for you. Shout out to ISO for everything they do for us. Toby said, if you could pick 5 heroes that would make the perfect team, what 5 heroes would it be, and what strat would you call it?
Last game, Na'Vi.
Agreed. However, it needs more Pugna.
Pugna can't hunt.
Well, that dog ain't gonna hunt.
I guess that last game was actually called like Hunter and Seeker algorithm or something.
It's the Seeker.
Target detected.
It's the Seeker. Technically, that was a game of Quidditch.
Actually. I understand that joke.
We just had the brawlers on the front lines. It's like, so what are you? Well, I'm the beta. Valve, please give us custom maps so we can make Quidditch in Dota 2. I still think Helm's Deep will be the most played custom map.
Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep.
Was that in Warcraft 3?
Yeah, it was.
I never played it, I think.
It was great because everyone instantly jumped to the dark green spot because they wanted Legolas because he just sat there killing everything from range. It's like, hey, let's play Aragorn. No, he has to be in close and he's going to get killed off. So you just sit there with the archers. You had the two elven archers which would destroy everything. Can't blame us for talking about custom maps. Valve, I think if we get the 3.2 million on the prize pool for International.
Please remove techies from the game.
Don't remove techies from the game. Techies should be included in the game. I will be lobbying to have techies as that one hero, and we're probably not going to hit that. But I should definitely say, like, there should be an extra mark, like 3 million should be, we will implement custom maps.
I think they're eventually going to do that anyway. I'm pretty sure they promised.
They promised. You promised me, man. You promised.
Oh, nice work, Kuro, trying to deny his ward in mid. For no apparent reason.
He's like, Sing, thanks for the help, man. Thanks for the help. It counts as a CS. It actually counts as a deny.
It only works with Goblin's Greed. If he denied it from an Alchemist, that would make sense, because Goblin's Greed works on wards.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, there's a kill bottom. Solid hook from Dendi. We have to, honestly, we have to just keep it really close eye on Dendi, because he's going to find these kills everywhere now. Smoking up again already. He just got a kill. Classic Dendi gets the kill, smokes, immediately moves to another lane. So they think, okay, he was just bottom.
They know there's trouble. Kuro in the middle lane. TP support's already coming in, and that's a Force saying, let's get it on. I'm going straight for Sing Sing. Open wounds up, and the Bane illusion is blocking Sing Sing.
Oh, the hook almost getting the coddle as well.
Could have been a double, and Puppey, he's got this level 6 Fiend's Grip. He desperately wants to use it on somebody. But his illusion in the middle lane was actually blocking it so he could so Horvath could catch up. Open Winds is doing a decent job as well. And they even pull the creep wave over. And Horvath,
oh, he's diving.
all Pylai do can TP out. Horvath doesn't have a basher, so no chance.
Why doesn't he have a basher at 11
It's only
minutes?
11 minutes into the game. Reason why? Example 1.
But we were talking about Envy getting good farm before. Now he's died, and he's behind Horvath on the last hit chart. I think he's behind on net worth as well. Yes, he's behind by 600, even though he has a Midas build. And that's because Horvath is 1-0-3, and Na'Vi has taken the top tower. Yeah, they're ahead by 1 tower. Yeah. So there's some gold coming in there.
And they're about to take the bottom tier 1 too.
Yep.
Funix down here with Puppey, and there it goes to Prophet. Hand of Midas, 1400 gold up on him, and they're moving around. I'm actually hearing a Pudge Hawk.
He hooked the range creep.
Ah, okay.
Got to get that money.
Bone 7's looking towards the top lane too. He has a level 6. He's like, just getting himself ready. Work that arm. Work that arm.
I think Kaipi's getting a little bit desperate now because they're afraid they're going to get picked off all over the map by this Pudge, so they're starting to 5-man.
That's what they're waiting for.
But it's not gonna work like this. I think Dendi's going to TP in. He's looking for a hook.
Creep wave's really blocking this up. Bone 7 can't jump in. Now he can.
Okay, that's slightly over aggressive. Oh, he misses it.
Clockwork will latch in, Cogs come up, Puppey, he does have Fiend's Grip available, he's trying to Nightmare up Dendi so he can evade some of this damage, but with the Illuminate, Dendi never got this member off, and now they have to go to the Naga ulti. Horvath and Funnick both TP'd in, everyone's going to TP themselves out right now, but they need TP scrolls, Pylai dies getting out, Sing Sing, he shook it out right now, Bone 7 pushes them back with the Cogs, he takes it for the team.
They actually only lost 1 there, that was a really nice escape, and if you didn't notice the last detail, he was trying to pull out Clock with Coddle. With the recall.
Oh,
and they
really?
could have saved it. Yeah, he was trying, but he didn't manage. That was scary, though. And now, again, the song is down. And I feel like when the song is down, Kaipi, they have to be so scared everywhere. Because it's their only disengage ability, and Dendi will just go looking for blood again. And with his current position in the game, yeah, he's going to smoke immediately. I was expecting that.
How many smokes has Dendi bought?
I think he always buys... Yeah, they're out of smokes for 9 minutes now. He buys all their smokes when he's playing Pudge.
Yeah.
Because every smoke is a kill for him.
Normally, yeah. Horvath just showing himself past the tier 1 tower. Kaipi's too busy farming up right now. Like, Arteezy's currently taking out the easy camp. I mean, the H-hits. And Bone 7, he's got an ultimate up and available, but the trees from Funnick were having a bit of a scout to see what's up on that high ground. And there's your Dendi smoke. He's on the high side. He'll find Bone 7 and say, your hook, my hook. Misses 1 hook. Bone 7's like, well, do I want to return this? No.
Probably not.
1 pulls in, and then I latch into you? No.
But just notice the positioning from Dendi now, how hard it makes it for Kaipi to defend the tower. If they want to come forward and illuminate with Coddle, there's a constant risk of getting hooked. So they're going to have to expend the call down just for this, and then the next wave, Na'Vi might try to just go in again. Dendi's going to... Oh, he gets it! Gets the Hellbear Smasher with the hook.
Huge! Not.
That was one he couldn't miss.
As it was standing still.
Yeah.
He does like to farm with that, man. This is like, well, he rots out a lot of his life points anyway, and his mana pool is only 377 with his current build. So what other choice do you have? Top lane, that should be a choice. Bone 7, Nightmare, Pylai die. Hang on, he was TPing out, and he was recalling at the same time. Looks like Bone 7 took damage, though. So Coddle wasn't able to bring both of them out. Again, though, it did attempt that.
They did try, yeah. But Na'Vi just keeps finding kills all over. They're now ahead by 10-2. The gold is actually 10,000 now. I didn't think it would be this much, but they're really dominating the map.
But the experience is hardly anywhere near that. Like, it's 4.5k for Na'Vi experience, 15 minutes in. Like, that's not too bad. And the gold, it actually levels itself at about 8.5k.
Yeah.
So it's not. I'm not gonna say horrible, but when you got a player like a Gyro on the map, and a Naga ulti is set up, and the Illuminate and the possibility for clockwork, and then I know how much damage a nuking TA is capable of doing, I still don't want to say Na'Vi got this thing in the bag. Because I know Livestealer can go down very, very quickly if he's not careful. Envy's going to TP out. Funnick doesn't have this disabled yet. He's got a Shadow Blade. He didn't get Scythe Device straight away.
But he's still going to be happy with forcing him away. Right now, Na'Vi's game plan is just to dominate the map. Every time they force Envy out of his lane, they can farm the jungle. And they just keep taking as much of the map as possible by forcing TPs out. You just see even these exchanges top where they TP 2 heroes in and get 1 kill and the others have to TP out. It's map presence and its dominance on the lanes, and that's all they need. They need to push out and just farm if they want. Because honestly, even though Kaipi's getting farmed on this gyro, Dendi is a constant threat, and he will find kills still.
Especially now he's got BTs up and running. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Getting a log.
We will get kicked from this. I got a funny feeling we're going to remake coming, man. Sometimes the servers have issues. There's a lot of new people playing Dota these days.
It's our connection.
I am hoping that's not the case, because it's looking fine over here, man. It's not our connection. You're on the wireless, man.
Oh, you're on another line. Okay.
Yeah.
It's my connection.
Streaming line wireless. No, because we're decent out of the game at exactly the same time, so it's definitely not the connection. Especially when something's working on the other screen, which I know won't work without an instant connection. So we will go to a very, very short break here, guys, because it looks like I'm going to reset my countdown for this. So we're going to settle some server troubles, get back to a short break, and we'll see you shortly.